do I stand? I stand on a precipice, unwilling to face some truths, more than willing to face others, and unyieldingly sitting on my resolve. I need to learn how to relax. I need to learn to be able to live for the sake of life, and accept my reality, change the things that I can, and ignore the ones that I can't. Understand my own strengths and limitations. Pursue what is meaningful. What is meaningful? What is meaningful to me is not what is meaningful to you. My strengths and my weaknesses have nothing compared to those of others in similar situations. I sit in a very privileged position. I continue to sit in a very lucky strata of life. I have many, many gifts. Many things in my life that others would kill for. And yet I'm still unhappy because I still want more. This is the greedy nature of humankind coming forth, slowly unfurling itself, becoming more and more obvious as time passes, and I orient myself towards what I believe to be meaningful, and discover that meaning changes. Meaning can change. My observed discoveries, my truth, the things that I've held dear, the things that I will hold dear in the future, those change. That's part of living, is being willing to let go of the things and embrace new ones along the way. And in the process, figuring out how you can obtain what you desire. What do you desire? What do I desire? I don't desire much. I just want a simple life where I feel wanted, needed potentially, like I'm not the disposable thing that I am, as are all men, technically, and then the lucky ones get paired up and immortalized. We live in a thing that is observed as being male-dominated, while the truth of the matter is that the females are the ones who do the choosing. They are the ones who are able to be selective in this day and age. There is a time frame in which it is no longer useful to put effort towards something. This window changes depending on the situation, depending on a series of qualia regarding being. There's a certain cutoff point, and I need to learn how to gauge that more appropriately and let things lie, let them marinate, as it were, in their own antiquated reality, and accept that things are the way they are, sometimes for a reason. I should be a happy person. I have all of the things, the qualities of life that a person should be able to look upon their life, say that they have a meaningful life, say that they have things that mean things to them. But I still find myself lost. I find myself questioning very basic fundamentals of reality, of my own being, looking back, chronologizing my life, seeing what it is, what it has been, where I've come from, and how others see me. How others see you, by and large, can be something that you should and also should not factor in, because it is an incredibly useful tool, conversation. It is incredibly useful in that if both sides of the speech are truthful, both people come away better after a conversation. That is how idealized conversation works. Every situation in which I've had conversations with set people has been useful conversation. There is one person in particular who I have never not had a meaningful conversation with if we've actually been able to sit down and have a conversation. And due to that, I believe it is okay to accept that not every what would seem to be an opportunity is an opportunity. There are infinite possibilities, but not all of them are right for me or for other people. We live in a world where you can manipulate your own timeline, but it's the most important thing to know what you want and why you want it. I want to be wanted. I want to live in a position where I can help people. I want to be helpful. I want to be somebody people can rely on. And I've found that. I've found people who are slowly coming to rely on me, who are finding it thinking that me being around is something useful, and thinking that if we have an opportunity to see one another, then it would be the most logical thing to be able to spend time together, even if that's not possible for various and sundry reasons. Attempting to do what we would have done in a different timeline, I suppose. And then leading to conversations, times, places, thoughts, feelings. Where do I end up? Where am I heading? Are any of us heading in a particular direction, towards a specific location, towards a set end goal? As is right now, I am slowly building myself back up, while also trying to make sure that the foundation that I'm building myself upon is strong enough to warrant building upon it so that it doesn't crumble again. So I don't have to re-examine my life, but in the process I will be rebuilding my empire brick by brick and making sure that each of these bricks are sound. Each of these stones are strong. They each have a purpose. They each fulfill a role, and they are each foundationally meaningful. I want to lead a life where the people I care about are able to live comfortably and follow their dreams. I suppose you could call that my dream. It seems vague to do that. It seems like you're not really living for yourself. But I am my best and my happiest when I see the people I care about happy. It's for this reason that I've tried not to care about too many people. I have been trying to shut most people out. I have been trying to make sure that people are, I suppose, worthy would be a word for it. But who am I to judge that? Well, I guess it would be my place to judge because it's the life I am leading. But what denotes worth? What denotes the worth of a human life? Is it the other lives you've touched? Is it the impact that you've had? Is it something that you do? Is it the fact that people remember you after you're dead? What's your version of immortality? I don't want fame in the typical sense. I want the people I know to suffer as little as possible. I want to bring them joy. I need to become stronger so that I can be somebody that they rely on more. And not somebody that they feel they need to worry about. I don't know. There are the person, one of the people that I have unfortunately become the most attached to, does not know what to think about me. And I completely understand, because I think we agree on very many things. And I sometimes, well, most of the time these days, I don't know how to see myself. I'm still trying to figure out who I am. As are they, as are we all, hopefully. As are anyone who hasn't given up on life. And I had given up at one point in the past. But I've rediscovered meaning in life. Everything, every day has been a beautiful day, despite my shortcomings, despite my fear, despite everything. There's beauty in the world again, and it terrifies me because now the world is meaningful and valuable. And a valuable world is something that can be lost. You can't lose. There's nothing lost if something that you lose isn't valuable. And God, I didn't necessarily want to be able to see value again. Ignorance really is bliss, and I was living in ignorance the past couple of years. And now that I have the truth again, now that I'm actually looking at the truth, now that I'm able to rationalize, to see the things that are valuable to me, I'm so scared and feel so weak. Because finally I can see that I don't have as much strength or as much control as I should have or I want to have. And in a way that's liberating, but at the same time I feel I can do more than I am doing. I feel like the answers are in the air. And the harder I look for them, the less I'll be able to find. And when I actually relax and sit back and breathe and allow myself to do the things that I want, that's living my best life, I think. I hope. I want. But I also need to do the things that I need as well, not just the things that I want. But I guess that's everyone. Make time for both what is useful, what is meaningful, and what is desirous. Your wants, your needs, and set aside time for you. Not necessarily always for self-improvement, but just to have a moment to look at yourself, to see yourself for who you are, to acknowledge what you've done, to acknowledge where you are, and just exist. There's nothing wrong with just existing. Sometimes. It's not like it's going to be that way forever. I need to take these periods of relaxation where they are and when I have them, and not start thinking that I just can't relax ever. I have been paranoid of relaxing again because I'm afraid that I'll go back to ignoring the world again and pretending that nothing has any value. But relaxation is a valuable thing in and of itself. Not being able to leads to a quick and painful death.